was about the grind, the bubble grind.
Now we have a guy that could probably get in there if you...
It's game day. The Edmonton Oilers hit the road once again.
Very good afternoon to you. Welcome to EST Afternoons right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton Sports, presented by Play Alberta. Matty and Iwanyk, Joaquin Gage with you here alongside Zachary Kubish. In for Hernan for, I think, one more day. I think he should be back tomorrow. Lots to get to on the show today as we're live in the William Huff studio here on the west end of town. We have the Super Bowl to discuss. We have the halftime show to discuss. We have the Olympics to discuss. We have Olympic hockey to get ready for. The women should be underway shortly, as Canada will be taking on the Czechs. Canada and the Czechs on the men's side will kick things off on Thursday from a men's perspective. So we've got all that to get to on the show today. Bryan DeArdo of CBS Sports, he will stop by around 1:40 as we'll look back at the NFL Super Bowl from yesterday that wasn't as also super. Benny Thomson will join us from Edmonton Sports Talk to talk a little bit Olympic hockey.
Has he ever been on the show?
With you and I.
No, I know, but Benny.
Yeah, with you and I.
Oh, he was.
I brought him on that one time.
You did. That's true.
It's like I couldn't get it. I feel bad that it's like I can't get anyone else. Benny, come in. Benny's great, though.
Or Hernan and I just don't want him.
Don't go anywhere else. Screw Benny. We're going to push him down. Benny, I actually felt bad on that one because we had to cut it a little short because we got a little late to him, I think. And I was like, I'm having a great conversation. So there's no one after him there. So it's... we have a lot of time to talk with Benny, and then I'm going to do something I've never done that Hernan usually does in that last segment. This Day in Sports. I'll find some This Day in Sports. We'll go through it. Screw it. Let's do a parlay. There's nothing in the NHL. I'm not going to force us to go in the NBA. But I have built an Olympic parlay.
Nice.
That we will get to for Screw It. Let's do it for Play Alberta. I've got a little something, a little stories behind it. Hopefully I'll be able to talk about it a little later in terms of the pronunciation of it well. But Gage, how are you doing today? I'm tired. So how are you?
I'm fine.
I just felt like I had to say that. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm used to that. I actually thought
Didn't
you were
even phase you.
Yeah,
Didn't even phase you. So apologies.
We're right back into it. Way to keep in line with the show, Matty. That's why you're a professional. If you get up and start stretching, I'll start worrying. But
is that me or is that Coop? I've seen Coop stretching all that.
But
I like doing the stretches during the show.
Yeah,
you gotta move around every once in a while.
It looks like he's going into a full routine though. Like Hernan's kind of just like Coop gets like some space and does some stretches. Like I stretched for a lot of years, Matty. I used to do it kind of for a living.
Yeah, you're kind of doing it at a high level.
And even watching it, Coop, I'm like, Jesus, I never even did that.
Gotta get limber. Well, I know Trav's looking to try and do the splits, but I mean, I'm trying to beat him to it.
Yeah, I'm worried about that still.
Yeah.
Last thing it's workers' comp. All that's going to be coming up.
Why don't you get the waiver?
True.
I'll make it up.
If he goes to because I learned this when I got my cut on live television and I bled on live TV on CTV Morning Live. When I went to get it stitched up hours later, I remember they said, "Where did this happen?" I was like, "Oh, it happened at work," just not thinking. I was like, "Oh, that's workers' comp." I'm like, "Oh, no, that's fine. Like, don't worry." Like, and they're like, "No, you said it." And I was like, "Well, can I take it back?" Like, "No, you said it. We got to do workers' comp." So no matter what, even if we have a waiver, all Trev has to do is go there and they'll say what happened. And he'll be,
"Oh, really?"
If he just says at work by accident, like I did there, then it's WCB at that point.
I still think
I'm not doing any
waiver.
I'm not doing any paperwork for that. I've already made that.
You should probably sign a waiver for arm wrestling in March too, because if I rip his arm off, I don't want to be liable.
I will absolve you of any of that right now.
Okay.
We've got video evidence for that one. Your thoughts always welcome. 780-218-9999. That is the River Cree inbox. Or you could jump into the nasty chat as well. Gager, did you watch that whole Super Bowl yesterday?
I did not watch the whole Super Bowl.
When did you shut it off?
After the first half.
You didn't even come back for the second half.
I think I went back a quick little peek and watched a 3 and out by the Patriots, and this is It's over.
It was bad.
It was
It's a
bad.
bad football game.
It's terrible.
Now, and I'll have to ask Bryan his thoughts on this one. Is that bad football or is that just great defense?
Oh, that's a good. No, it was great defense, but I still think there was another level that the Patriots could have got to, at least to be competitive, right? Like it shouldn't have been that one-sided. And it raises the question: what sells sports? I mean, you're a defensive guy. Hernan's a defensive guy. You like watching really good football defense. Was that enjoyable for you to watch?
No. And I do love, and that's where I go with. I don't think that was like it was just because of great defense. I love defensive football. There's a game I'll always go back to. There was Alabama versus LSU that ended 9-6 years ago. That was highly anticipated. It was 1 versus 2 in the nation. I'm like, this was a great football game. I enjoyed it, and everyone hated it. This one, I know Seattle's a good defense, and I'm not trying to take away from that, but like there wasn't even like they're just making great defensive plays, and they're just Drake Maye was awful.
Yeah,
Drake Maye was terrible in this football game. There was too many moments I saw where the line, he stepped into his offensive lineman as the defender was right there and just pulled him down. I'm like, why are you stepping into this guy? You're stepping into people. What are you doing here? Or lack of awareness for him to get out of the pocket and make a play or something. Like it looked to me like a guy where the game got all of a sudden very fast for him and he didn't know what to do. That's how I looked at Drake Maye.
Yeah, and I like good defensive, like a game that's close like that, and the defenses are dominating. It's fun to watch, but when the one side, like Darnold looked good, the Seattle offense didn't look terrible. Although they weren't scoring tons, they were still moving the ball. There were some good runs, and
that's what it was. The runs.
It was there was they found a way to have some sort of success, right? And you just on the other side, you didn't see any of that from the Patriots. This is 3 and out. Like they're not going to be able to do anything. And it was the play calling. It wasn't exciting. It was a tough watch.
It was one of those. There wasn't the threat I felt that the Patriots could necessarily, like when it's 12-0, like that you're feeling like they're going to go march and make this a 1-score game. And that's the difference that beats me, where it's just a really good defensive game versus they were going up against the bad team. At least in the very good defensive games, like you can sit there and like, all it takes is one bad drive from the defense, which will happen.
Yep. And
all of a sudden it's a 1-score game again. And you just there was no threat. It wasn't until the game turned 19 whatever, the 19-0 or whatever it was, that the Patriots finally got a touchdown or something like that. You're like, you're not coming back.
Yeah, no.
Like there's just too little, too late. That there was just zero threats that I felt that the Patriots offense was going to score.
It was garbage time scoring, essentially, right?
And on top of that, like even the Seahawks, just from an offensive perspective for them, like Sam Darnold wasn't good in that first half. It was Kenneth Walker. Kenneth Walker found ways. He cut to the outside. He had his space. He'd run big gains, get into field goal range. Seahawks would stall, kick a field goal.
Did I hear that he's a free agent?
Kenneth Walker?
Yeah.
Is he?
Is that true?
Let me see if I can find it.
Going into next year?
Oh, it looks like he's, this is from Bleacher Report, top landing spots for Kenneth Walker in 2026 NFL free agency. There's a guy who just increased his stock.
Oh my gosh. Best player, big game. That's impressive.
The Bleacher Report's 5 spots for him, by the way. Carolina replacing Chuba Hubbard there.
Really?
Denver Broncos, Kansas City Chiefs, Seattle Seahawks, or the Washington Commanders.
I thought Chuba looked good in that playoff game. Like he was.
But what's his age versus Kenneth Walker?
That's true.
Kenneth Walker is 25.
Well, how old's Chuba? He can't be that much older. 28?
Chuba's 26.
Yeah.
You're closer to 30. The moment you're
Okay.
closer, when it comes to running backs in the National Football League, you don't want to be close to 30. That's the big thing. USA Today also has Denver, Washington, Arizona, the Jets, or Seattle. I would not be going to the Jets or Arizona.
No.
Not even worth the money.
But watching that game yesterday, Matty, what I thought of most was it was like watching the one NFL game in the afternoon on a Sunday in late October that no one's watching.
That's a great point. Well, the other joke was people would be like, "Oh, we got Thursday night football here." Like that's.
They might as well play the Super Bowl on a Thursday.
That's what it felt like.
That's funny.
It looks like our text line is being a little slow. Oh, here we go. Coach Mike, there weren't drives that were eventually stopped. It was 3 and out and then a punt, which is a great point. That's all it was. It wasn't like they marched the ball and then the defense made a couple of really great plays and the drive stopped. They just didn't have it. So what did you think of Bad Bunny?
I was entertained. That's all I want. I was looking forward to it, see what they did. I liked the opening. I got a shout out. I was bopping my head to it. I don't understand why it caused so much commotion and stuff.
Well, I can explain that a little better off the air.
Yeah, I know. Well, I know too. But I'm just like, how do you not find that? If I'm out at a club, which would never happen. Okay,
we're back to 20-year-old Gage.
Yeah, and all of a sudden I'm out on the dance floor and one of those things hits.
You're dancing.
You feeling really good.
You don't have to know what you're singing.
No.
Or you're just bopping along to it.
And I didn't watch it, but I saw the ba with the ba, the bang, the bang. And I like that song, but if I'm out on the dance floor, what am I grooving to more as a 20-year-old? I'm probably going with Bad Bunny.
Well, Bad Bunny nailed it, I would say. Like, he didn't do anything that I know people would like, because there was a political aspect to this. He never got political.
No.
It was about love.
Yeah.
Let's all just love each other. Yeah. He had a thing for the Americas where he had a flag for all the American countries, which included Canada. Brought out a couple of great celeb appearances, which is always fun. Awesome set.
Unreal.
With the human trees. Although my girlfriend just sent me a little meme of that when all the trees were running to get set up. For those Lord of the Rings fans, she says it was the Ents going to Isengard. That's what it looks like. It was so funny. That like the look of it was fun. Do I know any of the words that were being sung? No. Are there other songs though that I don't know the words of? Like I remember actually on Friday I was listening to Du Hast from Rammstein.
Oh yeah.
I have no idea what I'm singing.
Yeah.
I mean, I could sing along to that one. That there's just some of those songs. Ricky Martin was there.
I know a little German.
Great.
You have nothing. That's what it is. That's it.
But I've sang that for years. No idea what I'm singing.
Yeah.
But I've got two.
Yeah.
Du Hast. Du Hast, Mitch. And I'm just bumping around and going like, yeah, I know what I'm singing.
Sometimes it just needs to be a beat.
It's just something for you to listen to. And honestly, here's the other thing too for the NFL. You're trying to be a global brand. You're not an American brand anymore. You're a global brand. Mm-hmm. You're playing, I don't know, in 5 different countries beyond the U.S. next year, I think. I think they have a game in England, Germany, Spain, France, and Brazil. Oh, they're also in Australia. And did I mix Mexico or did I say Mexico? They might be in upwards of 7 countries next year. You now are, you're not focused on you have the American audience. They're not.
Oh, I know.
You don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
You're trying to attract more global audience, and you have the biggest one of the biggest global names ever to have. And I thought he absolutely crushed it. So it was awesome.
Do you think the NFL even cares that there was a? I mean, there have been alternate halftime shows since all I can. There's the Puppy Bowl.
The Puppy Bowl got 12 million viewers. This one got 5.
Yeah, like
They're not worried.
There was other ones too that you could go watch all the time. MTV had different ones you could go watch.
I don't think they're worried because this, by all accounts, will be the highest viewed halftime show ever.
Yeah.
That it's still there. I don't think the NFL is ever worried. There's nothing that stops the NFL. The NFL has been told that people are boycotting their product for the last.
Yeah.
What is it?
No one's boycotting that.
40 years.
Yeah.
Or not 40, last 4 years.
Yeah.
They're still crushing massive numbers. So we've got to get to the Olympics as well. Canadian women are out there right now taking on the Czechs. We have the win against Switzerland, so we're 1-0 in that one. Canada right now, 2 bronze medals overall in this tournament. But I don't think there's any missed medals that people would have anticipated going in through the first 3 days or whatever it's been from the Olympics. By the way, that puff vest from Lululemon sold out. Sold out.
The throw.
Sold out.
Yeah.
We're talking about the hangout. We looked. I was trying to find it on the website. I can't find it. And Tommy eventually found the link to it, and it sold out. Completely sold out.
I of course we were talking about it. My phone was here. It listened to me, and there were people like trying on their fits. I watched online, and everyone's. I love this thing. Like, it's so great to just throw this thing over top. I'll get one for sure if I can.
You can't now.
Well,
you missed out.
I believe they'll come back with a force at some point.
They'll have to.
Yeah.
When you're sold out of that stuff, how dare you? Bryan DeArdo, CBS Sports. He'll stop by at 1:40. We'll also Benny Thomson in the second hour. He's Joaquin Gage. I'm Matt Iwanyk alongside Zachary Kubish. He has a sports update. Then we're back. We'll continue in the River Cree inbox at 780-218-9999 and in the Nasty Chat. This is EST Afternoons right here on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton Sports.
Olympic women's ice hockey action. It's Canada and Czechia underway in the first period, about 5 minutes into play. Scoreless tie with one other game live. The States playing Switzerland. They're up 1-0 nearing the end of the first. In football news, Corey Mace of the Riders, Jason Moss of the Alouettes have been named finalists for the CFL Coach of the Year award. The winner will be named in Edmonton March 25th. To the hardwood, the Bulls face the Heat. The Bucks take on the Magic, while the Thunder and Lakers tip off on a 10-game NBA slate. OKC on a 2-game slide and the only team with 40 wins this season, while LA has won 3 straight and sits 5th in the Western Conference. College ball, North Alabama and Central Arkansas go at it. Xavier's at St. John's, while NC State and Louisville hit the deck. In OHL action, Guelph visits Niagara with puck drop at 5. The Ice Dogs are second in the Central behind the Colts, while the Storm are 4th in the Midwest. More with Gager and Matty on the other side of the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Luke Gazdik's going to join us.
The past we've seen with Knobloch that I think he really starts to get desperate when he throws those guys out there like crazy. Like McDavid playing 27 last night. I get it's the last game before the break, but that is a lot of ice for one guy to carry. And I just think Leon is probably on point there with start spreading it out.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Sentinel Storage presents Team Canada ski cross racer Reese Howden.
Being able to represent a country that has done everything to support my dreams is unreal. To stand on the podium and represent Canada, I don't take it for granted at all.
Sentinel Storage, proud partner of Team Canada.
You already know where you should go to watch the big game. Where else but River Cree Resort and Casino? Come out to the venue for the massive football watch party on February 8th. Doors open at 3:30 with kickoff at 4:30. Your $35 ticket includes reserved seating and an all-you-can-eat buffet. Or sit in a premium black leather throne of comfort with the VIP lounge package, just $70 a seat. Don't miss out on the football action. Buy your tickets now at rivercreeresort.com. Must be 18 plus.
Looking for flooring? Paramount Flooring has it all. Sales, service, and expert installation. With options for every style and budget, open 7 days a week. We've got you covered. Quick delivery and in-stock deals. Plus, EST listeners get 10% off. Visit ParamountFlooring.ca today.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new. Tons of options. And the good stuff, like our 8-inch 2-topping RCM pizza and our signature Caesar. Monday to Saturday, 2 till 6 p.m. starting at $3.99. That's more than enough reason to come early. New happy hour at the Canadian Brewhouse. If you're serious about game day, we'll see you for happy hour.
Back here on EST Afternoons, live in the William Huff studio since 1952. William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Check their website, williamhuff.com, or give them a shout, 780-454-4536. Matt Iwanyk, Joaquin Gage, Zachary Kubish with you here. Reminder, Bryan DeArdo, CBS Sports NFL writer, will join us in about 20 minutes' time in the second hour of the show. Screw it, let's do it for Play Alberta. We also will have Benny Thomson from Edmonton Sports Talk. and this day in sports history, which I actually will have to figure out still what's going on. I have to grab those ones, but that we'll get to that. How much Olympics have you been taking in watching? I guess over the last couple of days.
Some big air, some downhill skiing. Watched Lindsey Vonn. Oof, that was terrible. A little bit of curling, and I think that's basically it so far.
I spent a lot of time watching luge.
Oh, and a little luge. Yeah.
I just I'm trying to figure out what goes through your mind where you're like, this is what I want to do. I want to go down this track on this board at 125 kilometers an hour. This is what I want to do. And then to take that up a notch, Murray and I were talking about this off air this morning. Imagine them be like, you want to know, so I'm going to do it head first for skeleton. What is going through your mind? Like, this is what I want to do. It's unbelievable how much speed they get going on that and how they just get going on that. I loved the luge.
Yeah, and it's exciting when because was it last Olympics where the Canadians and the Germans tied in the 2-man luge? I think.
Oh, I don't remember that.
They both shared gold. It was a great moment. It was a great moment because they both. They were both like hugging and stuff. It was pretty cool, but
yeah, you nailed it.
It was a pure Olympic moment, right? Because Canada's going and they're 100th off the pace, then they're 1/100th on over the pace, and they cross the line with identical scores, and they both teams just went nuts because they both win gold at that point, right? So it was cool. I enjoy it. I love all Olympics, man.
I'm very sad because some of the big events, I love watching ski cross and snowboard cross. They're like at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
I don't, and I'm going to get spoiled beforehand, but I'll still go back and watch them all. But it's been like we were at the Century, and they still had for the Super Bowl. They still had some of the Olympics replays on.
Yeah.
And there was this weird ski country 10,000 meter thing or something. And we're all we're like, what is going on here? They were just inside these tracks, but it's fun watching those things that I don't pay into.
Wasn't the first, I don't know what, it was not from a country that has any snow, but the first Haitian cross-country skier competed and finished his race or something?
Maybe.
It was so...
Those are the fun stories. But they look so happy on the opening ceremony.
The fans go nuts. Yeah. They're there for the sports. Everything else doesn't matter where you're from or what you do and what you believe in. Sports brings everyone together. It was just so cool to see a moment where that guy, he's not winning by any means, but he is pumping.
But he won.
Yeah, he won.
He got to the Olympics, got to the Olympics when those things happened. They got there.
And I'll tell you what. He was flying on those cross-country skis. I don't care what you say. Maybe not world class like these other countries, but man.
And
you know how hard it is to cross-country ski in sand?
That's the one thing I think people got annoyed when it came to that ray gun breakdancer from Australia, is that you got to the Olympics and then you made a mockery of it to a degree.
Well,
where it's these other ones. Yeah, the way she did it. Whereas these other ones, these people that qualify this first time, they could just make a mockery of it. They can go out there and just dance around.
Yeah.
No, they're still going to try. And even though they come in last, likely, or whatever it might be, they're having the time of life, but they didn't make a mockery of it, and you could celebrate that. And I think that's why Ray Gun got some. He was just it looks like you're just trying to make a mockery of what's going on here.
Yeah, I mean, it was hilarious watching her, first of all. But then you found out how they had special events to get points, and it was curated by her husband.
Yeah.
It was shady. Very shady.
But it's always fun, or it's like that those countries that come out and they have the one athlete, and they're just so happy to be there.
It's awesome.
It's why the Olympics is so much fun. If there's one event you would have loved, if I can be you're going to be an athlete in this event at the Olympics, what would it be?
Oh gosh. I'd like a ton of people there that are all involved, right? But close. So I would have to. I wouldn't mind being at a cross country skiing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I went to one.
Got into that one.
I went to one, and it was ridiculous. It was a World Cup event, and every country was there that was competing, and just the cowbells and the cheering and the overall atmosphere, and for the winners coming in 1, 2, 3, going nuts. It was awesome. You can't. I don't think you can replicate that. And it's especially to do it on like the Olympic stage. Now that's a different level altogether. Like, and you see these people, they've been training so hard for so many years to get the chance to compete for a gold medal, because that's the pinnacle of their sport. Like, I like watching that lawn track speed skating too, right? That is great.
I'm a short track more, but I love the speed skating both. We had it on during the hangout, some long track, and we were talking about the blades, trying to figure out how difficult it would be to skate.
I never have, but a couple guys I know did, and they had those the new ones where there's a click release, like the actual blade clicks in and out on it. So
they're very long, apparently.
Huge.
Well, I don't have to say that we see that.
Yeah.
Very thin.
Yeah.
Somebody said that, I think it was Nate the Builder, said it's like a dime. That's how thick they are.
Yeah, they're a lot thinner than actual.
It would be, because how it came up was Murray brought up that there's Connor McDavid's, burst of speed is much higher than like the speed skaters by quite a bit. But I'd love to see how Connor would do in those skates. It would be fascinating and getting some speed skaters into NH, or
I'd do it in hockey skates.
And seeing how it would go.
Yeah.
But the speed skating's a lot of fun. I do love ski and snowboard cross.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There's something about the X Game ones, the half pipe or the big air, that are a lot of fun. Moguls are a great one though too. When I watch them go down the moguls, I'm always just thinking like, their knees just must hurt with the bouncing that they're doing.
Yeah, my knee is starting to finally feel better after just that little thing on the ice last Sunday.
I don't know. Like I still stand by. I don't think we're behind when it comes to the medal count of what is projected. There was the play of 8.5 gold medals from last week. Jay came to me, he's like, how's it looking? I'm like, actually, it's still fine. I think all the medals that I was anticipating still very much there. So they are to come at the top of the hour at 2 o'clock. The Screw It, Let's Do It. I've got a Canadian specific athlete parlay coming that I could get upwards of plus 405 before a boost, which is a nice little number. So we will get to that coming up at 1 o'clock. And by the way, right now, Canada checks. The women are up 1-0.
I have some real bad news. I knew it. Yeah, Poulin's going off. She got hit, and she was just out on the power play, and she went to take a stride, and it looked like she had no power in one leg. So,
well, as long as she's good for one game.
Yeah,
like that's what it comes down to. Like, really, it's us versus the U.S. for gold, unless it's like 06. I don't know if you remember the surprise Sweden taking down the Americans in the semis of that year. We'll have Canada versus U.S. and Canada's going to need Poulin, because when we saw the rivalry series come to Edmonton for those two, we're in a tough spot going up against those Americans. They're younger and they're just better right now. Mm-hmm. So we're going to need to have almost a perfect game to take gold.
You're going to need it. I mean, I would say even more important, even if from what it looks like, Poulin, I think there's something wrong there. But Canada's going to need a goaltending performance. And it's possible.
Just that major, 30 shots, 29 saves.
Get
one
goalie.
Goal out.
Yeah. They just cannot score. Like, the Miracle. Who was the U.S. goalie? Why I'm losing his. Someone will help me out. Someone in the nasty chat. Who was the Miracle goaltender
for the Americans?
Yeah, back in 80.
Jim Craig.
Like, if you go back and watch that game against the Russians, that's one of the greatest goaltending performances of all time. Like they said, Jim Craig won that game. It was a joke how well he played. But I don't know, one game off, you can have one of those performances by your goaltender and win. Not unlike Dominic Hasek against the Canadians in the semis in 98.
The U.S. were outshot 39-16 in that game.
Yeah.
Won 4-3 to move on.
And Czechia got pulled, I believe.
Yeah, he had 6 saves in the first period, and then Vladimir Mishkin had 6 saves. So they split some time in that one.
That was a big... have you ever watched the movie with...
Years ago.
Okay, it's one of the best, I would say one of the best hockey movies. But
very Disney, because it was Disney, I believe.
Yeah. But Kurt Russell goes, they're panicking because how do you take out the greatest goaltender on the planet? Which in reference to Czechia.
That's a sign of things.
Yeah. It would be like
I'd say from a American expected, like after if Canada US were playing and all of a sudden Connor Hellebuck was pulled after the first.
Yeah. But then you're
you're in their head. Like, and it's not like 5-0.
And I don't know disrespect, but you're going from Connor Hellebuck and the next guy you're putting in is like a Devin Cooley, who played really good against the Oilers. But
hey, yeah, don't be disrespecting
I'm
Devin
not
Cooley right now.
Cooley. I like the kid, but he just doesn't have the cachet of name recognition and kind of resume as some of the other U.S. goaltenders.
Yeah, then what would be the next comparison?
It would be like someone in the minors, probably. Yeah. Or some guy from NCAA.
Do we have the Olympic rosters here? 2026 Olympic hockey. Did we just score?
Yeah.
We're up 2-0.
Canada's up 2-0.
I said this on the Hangout. I'm going to say it again here. Apologies to anyone, but over the next 2 weeks, I could speak for most of the station. Very good chance we will not be going, spoiler alert, when things are happening. So just be aware of that. As things are happening live, there will be comments made about that one. So let's see if I can find a goalie here that would work for this.
Oh.
Definitely not the French goalies. What has Finland got? Lankinen, Korpisalo, Saros. Yeah, they're fine.
What's Germany have?
Man, the Swedes have good goalies. Germany, Matthias Niederberger, Maximilian Franzerb, and they just have Philip Grubauer.
Oh, okay.
So there you go. Philip Grubauer to whoever's the next German goalie.
Okay. Does Grubauer get the start?
Well, he's the only NHL goalie that they have on the roster. The other two are the German goalies.
Is he still in the league?
Grubauer? He's cracking.
Yeah, he was in the AHL last year. So I went down to Seattle to watch the Wild play Kraken. And they were giving out Philip Grubauer bobbleheads, and he wasn't even on the team at that point.
Oh, really?
He was playing away in the NHL or AHL. He was plugging away, and then he came back. He's had a resurgence.
He's had 22 games. He's 11-6. With they say 3 ties on Hockey Reference, so that must be overtime losses. A .916 save percentage.
Oh,
yeah, he's
in
back.
22 games. So yeah, he's absolutely their starting goalie. Unless there's a team chemistry thing that Team Germany thinks that we want to keep those German players together and have that going. Reminder: Canada will start the men's Olympic hockey Thursday, 8:40 Edmonton time will be the game. McDavid on a line with Celebrini and Tom Wilson, Benny Thompson of EST. We'll talk some Olympic hockey with him a little bit later in the second hour of the show. Coming up next from CBS Sports, Bryan DeArdo will join us as we'll talk Super Bowl with him on the Oil Country Towing Hotline. He's Joaquin Gage. I'm Matt Iwanyk. We'll get to his Zachary Kubish update, and then on the other side, Bryan DeArdo will join us here on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton Sports. This is EST Afternoons.
Ice level at the Olympics. The Canadian women's hockey team leads 3-0 over Czechia. They're nearing the end of the first period, about 5 minutes left to go in the opening frame. And early in the second, the Swiss and the Americans are underway. It's 1-0 for the United States. Football news: Corey Mace of the Riders and Jason Moss of the Alouettes have been named finalists for the CFL Coach of the Year award. Moss won the award in 2024, with this year's winner to be announced March 25th in Edmonton. NBA action: the Bulls face the Heat. The Bucks take on the Magic, while the Thunder and Lakers tip off on a 10-game slate. OKC is on a 2-game slide and the only team with 40 wins this season. LA has won 3 straight and sits 5th in the West. College ball, North Alabama and Central Arkansas go at it. Xavier's at St. John's, while NC State and Louisville hit the deck. In OHL play, Guelph visits Niagara with puck drop at 5. The Ice Dogs are second in the Central behind the Colts, while the Storm are 4th in the Midwest. This sports update is brought to you by the Capital Care Foundation. Financial support deeply affects residents at Capital Care, whether it's a one-time donation or monthly contribution. Every penny counts. Find out how you can donate at capitalcarefoundation.net. To talk some Super Bowl, Bryan DeArdo from CBS Sports checks in next. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The EST Hangout.
Okay, guys, this is what we're going to do. I need you to, excuse me, sir, I need you over there to line up on your side of the hash mark. Okay, get ready, guys. All right, ready? And then, false start. And I'm watching him talk to the guys. I'm seeing him, shuffle the wingers off. And I'm like, you freaking nerd. Drop the puck so we can watch this game.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
Edmonton. Be part of history. Support Canada Soccer's men's national team as they battle Uzbekistan in the final send-off series ahead of the FIFA World Cup. Monday, June 1st at 7 p.m. at Commonwealth Stadium. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.ca.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Return here on EST, Edmonton's, EST Afternoons. Matty and Joaquin Gage, Zachary Kubish with you here on Edmonton Sports Talk, presented by Play Alberta. Reminder that you could text the 780-218-9999. That is in the River Cree inbox. Tap 25 restaurant, 50% off the entire menu, available 7 days a week from 2 until 5. Yesterday, the Super Bowl was handed out as the Seattle Seahawks were crowned the champions in Super Bowl 60. And to help us look back on the Super Bowl and look at the game that we watched, Bryan DeArdo of CBS Sports joins us on the Oil Country Towing Hotline, brought to you by Oil Country Towing, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. Bryan, we greatly appreciate you taking some time to join us here on the show today. Just overall, initially, just your thoughts on that game yesterday that saw the Seahawks take down the New England Patriots to win their second Super Bowl in franchise history.
Well, I have it ranked, I think, as the 8th worst Super Bowl of all time. So if we just, want to start there, I don't think it was like that bad. Like, you know, I'm a fan of running games. I like a good running game. That was the first running back to win Super Bowl MVP this century, which is like really hard to believe. It was the first one in 28 years. So again, I'm an old school football fan. I love a good running game. So, you know, for me, I enjoyed that game. I mean, you know, for me, I don't need to see the scoreboard light up with points like a video game. I mean, I was okay with it. I was okay with the game being a defensive battle. I kind of thought it would be a defensive battle. I picked New England to win. I was obviously wrong. I just, you know, I thought that Drake Maye's ability to run, and I thought New England's defense being as good as it was would give them the edge. All that being said, I think Kenneth Walker was the difference maker. I think his ability to run the football helped open up the passing game for Seattle in the second half. And I think New England's lack of a running game, you know, really hurt Drake Maye and kind of led to the turnovers that kind of broke the game open. But, you know, overall, I was okay with the game, but I think for most fans watching, it was kind of a snooze fest.
You actually have an article about that up at CBS Sports. Okay, so what is the worst one in your eyes? Super Bowl.
It was 35 by far. It motivated me to start hosting parties because I was a ninth grader at the time. I'm sitting there. I'm like, this is supposed to be like the greatest night ever. And like, I'm sitting here alone and watching a blowout. This isn't fun. So now that game actually had 3 touchdowns in a 35-second span and back-to-back kickoff returns for scores. So like there was some excitement in that game, but not a lot. But this is, I would say, definitely one of the 15 worst of all time. But yeah, 35 to me still. Now, the worst one and the best one, in my opinion, both include the New York Giants. So how about that?
Oh, well, the reason I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan was because of that Super Bowl 35, and I understand why it's considered one of the worst. But from my perspective, I really enjoyed that one.
Brian, so looking at Drake Maye, it seemed like he was a little bit overwhelmed with this complex Seahawks defense. Young quarterback still. How do you think his progression moves on from here? Because by all accounts, we've all been talking, they had the maybe the shortest distance or the easiest path to get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and I think that was, you know, now when I look back on my terrible decision to pick New England, I think when I'm reflecting, I think that I knew going into the game, okay, they had a very easy road to get there. But again, I just thought their defense could be, you know, I thought their defense was underrated. You know, they allowed, 3 points in the wild card round. They made C.J. Stroud look like a mess in the divisional round. Now, I know they faced a Denver team that didn't have Bo Nix, but they still played really good in that game. And they played really good last night. I thought that the Patriots defense gave them a chance to win that game. But I think, yeah, when you look back on this, I think that's the positive in having an easier playoff schedule is you get to go to the Super Bowl, which is great. But when I'm sitting there watching that game, I'm thinking this is probably like the 4th or 5th best matchup we could have gotten. Like Rams-Bills, I think, would have been an awesome Super Bowl. 49ers-Bills would have been really good. The Broncos-Bills. Really, Broncos-Bills versus like Niners-Rams or Seattle, any of those combinations I think would have been really good Super Bowls. I just think New England, when you actually look back on it, was probably not ready for this. And I think had they had faced a healthy Bills team, they probably would have lost, even though they did beat, you know, Buffalo to win the division. And I think if obviously they had played a healthy Denver, they would have won. And that's where I think if you're a Patriots fan, it's obviously disappointing, but I think that you could take a lot of solace in, and again, I always think about this when people say, oh, you know, it's better to go to the Super Bowl or not to go than to go and lose. I totally disagree with that. You're telling me a Bills fan wouldn't have taken going to that game or a Bronco fan? I mean, anytime you get to the Super Bowl, it's a good season. I will say, Matt, yes, as a Ravens fan, I can get why you'd like that game. That had Jamal Lewis running for 100 yards, Jermaine Lewis, the kickoff return, you know, the early touchdown pass to Brandon Stokely. If you're a Ravens fan, that's why I like asking people, because it's all objective, right? What's a masterpiece to you is garbage to somebody else and vice versa.
Now, Brian, you mentioned that the Patriots were a little bit ahead of their time. Now, one interesting thing I saw from Vrabel yesterday is just saying, look, no one played well enough to win this game. Does this actually suit the Patriots of not maybe winning before they were ready? And can this team actually move forward and create, maybe dynasty is the wrong sense of the word because they had so much success, but is this going to be a competitive team you see for the next 3-4 years?
They should be. But you never know in this league, as you guys know, injuries can derail a team. I will say, like, I think, looking at this team, they got to get better at the skill positions. I think that was, again, one thing that was very clear between these two teams was, Sam Darnold had Kenneth Walker, who ran really well, and they didn't even have Charbonnet, who was injured. And that was one of the reasons, again, why I thought that Ramondre Stevenson and Travion Henderson would be a better combo last night than Walker, and I was obviously wrong. But, I mean, Stephon Diggs was a no-show, and that's kind of a recurring theme for him going back to Buffalo. When he's in these big playoff games, he tends to not show up. Now, he didn't get help because it's not like he has a lot of other receivers that could take the attention off of him. Booty was a good story during the season. Matt Collins has a nice number 3 receiver, but I really do think last night exposed for them the need to give May more weapons at more receiver. I think running back, they're okay. I mean, Henderson's going to be a really good player. He was only a rookie this season. But tight end and receiver, they need to get better. And again, you look at Seattle, and I'm a Steeler fan, growing up, Seattle did the things that New England didn't do enough of and the Steelers didn't do enough of, which is you don't need to go out and get these star receivers, these Brandon Ayuks. Go out and get Rashid Shaheed like they did at the trade deadline, right? Go out and get Cooper Kupp, who the Steelers could have gotten, other teams could have gotten. He led both teams in receiving yards last night. The other thing about New England, real quick, from a confidence standpoint, this should help Drake Maye a lot because I think the stage was a little too big for him last night. I think it took him a long time until he got comfortable. So I do think in the future this is going to help him as far as a preparation standpoint.
From CBS Sports, Bryan DeArdo joining us here. The Seahawks team, I don't think they committed a turnover this entire playoffs. They were just a solid football team pretty much all season. When we look back on this season, how dominant are we going to look back on the Seahawks were compared to the rest of this National Football League?
That's funny because that's actually what I'm doing right now. I was working on this, and I'll be doing this when we get off the phone. I'm ranking every Super Bowl champion since 2000. I don't know where your Ravens are. Don't kill me. Now
that offense is not good. That offense was not good, but that defense should be up there.
Yeah, they're probably not very high, but that's no hate. They won the Super Bowl, so give all the power to them. They won it, and they were awesome. And that 30 for 30 on them is tremendous. Saragusa, right before he passes, I'm sure you've seen it, right? Like a great 30 for 30 if you haven't seen it. And that's coming from a Steelers guy, like I said. But I think this team's probably like the 11th or 12th best team. Okay. Now I think and the difference is, I mean, the further we get away from the pre-salary cap era, it's going to be that way, right? Like now, I do have the Eagles of last year number 1, and I might need to revise this list that was made a year ago. So maybe I was prisoner of the moment, but that team did have Jalen Hurts, a 2,000-yard rusher, 2 1,000-yard receivers in the defense they had. So it could still be number 1. I think for this team, for this season, they were clearly the best team. I mean, they were top 5, and I think they were number 1 in scoring defense. They were second in scoring. So, and they won a division that had 2 other teams that made the Elite 8, right? Yeah. The 49ers and the Rams. And I think the funny thing for me is I don't know if other people will remember this, but I think for me, what I'm going to look back on, I think clearly they were the best team this year, which isn't always the case. A lot of years you can look back and say, did the best team really win? I think for me, I always like knowing definitively we saw the best team get crowned. We saw that last night. I think history at least should acknowledge that the Rams were probably the second best team this season. I mean, they gave the Seahawks everything they could handle in all 3 games this season. And Week 17 had them on the ropes, and Seattle came back and won. And that game, I think, probably decided who won the Super Bowl. Because if the Rams win that game, then Seattle has to go on the road. And there's still a chance they get there and win, but the odds are a lot harder, and the Rams probably could have won. So, but they clearly were the best team this year, and like I said, they're probably one of the best 12 teams of the last 25 years.
How likely do you put them as that team as you look towards the next season? Like, how highly would you rank them to repeat as Super Bowl champs next year? Be the team hoisting the Super Bowl after 61.
I doubted them all last year, and look where it got me. So I don't know. I'm not going to doubt them. I'll just say this: one team has repeated in the last 20 plus years. Yeah. So the odds of them repeating, I think, are very, very low. That being said, they have a good chance. And I think my early Super Bowl pick is Buffalo, which has a new coach. So we'll see how that goes. And the Rams. I think the Rams, again, I mean, the last 2 years, they've lost in the playoffs to the eventual champion. So I really, really like their chances. And one thing people aren't talking about either, the NFC, are we starting to see the NFC go on a dominant run? They've won the last 2 Super Bowls in very convincing fashion. I do think the Eagles are going to make another run at this thing, and again, that's another reason why I don't know if Seattle's going to repeat. They'd have a much higher chance if they played in the AFC.
Brian, I appreciate this. Enjoy the rest of your day, and looking forward to that piece. And then the top Super Bowl winners since 2000.
That's right. Thanks a lot, guys. Always good to be with you.
Bryan DeArdo of CBS Sports right there. Check out his stuff at CBS Sports. He was on the Oil Country Towing Hotline, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team. I would say that they would need to get Kenneth Walker III back. If that would be it'd be a big loss if he were to hit free agency and not resign with the Seattle Seahawks. Free agency for that, we're about a month away, I would say. I think the new official season begins. It's usually like March 4th or something like that. So we get going. Actually, speaking of the Rams, apparently they have a good football team and a lot of cap space. The second or third most cap space going into the offseason.
And how many first round picks? Do they have a couple?
They have the Falcons, one of the Falcons at least. So they have at least 2, I believe. The Chargers also have a lot of cap space, I believe, going into this offseason. To the LA markets, a lot of money that they can go spend. I don't know who are the top free agents. But when you have an MVP quarterback right there, that's a nice little spot to start with. Knowing you have all this cap space. He's already coming back. Yeah. Yeah, Stafford said he's coming back. So they're in a great spot for that one. No more football now until May when we get CFL training camp, which I don't care about training camp. So not till June. Not until June.
You don't care? It's nice to have them to know they're back on the field.
It is. I hate watching exhibition sports.
Oh gosh, who likes exhibition?
Just spring training, I could get through like a week, maybe 2 weeks, and then I'm bored. Like it's not what I want anymore. Get me real sports.
Yeah.
I don't like exhibition.
Well, yeah, especially in football too.
It's the worst of them all. The worst of them all. It's not even close.
Yeah.
You can't fake it. You can't fake it.
No, you can't. Yeah. You can get away with it in hockey a little bit, and that's why it sucks.
Yes.
Because guys are floating.
You can't fake it in baseball. Like a pitcher still has to throw that ball. And so in football, you have to basically play third stringers against third stringers to get that intensity up. But then you're watching guys just that aren't that talented. And there's that drop off.
If you're going to rank the top sports,
no one wants to get hurt.
Probably preseason baseball is the best. Because it's a completely different league built for it. That's awesome.
I've always wanted to go to spring.
I know, me too.
Grapefruit or cactus?
Doesn't matter.
I'd take cactus. I want cactus. Give me Arizona. It's just fast. If you've ever been to Phoenix or in like the I've never been to Florida, but in Phoenix, like you like drive by and you're like, oh, there's the Cubs practice or
really
facility, and you could just they're just right off the main road, and you sit there and be like, I could hit like depending on the day if they schedule it properly, like 2 or 3 games, no problem, all in just this one area.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Nice. I mean, I just remember obviously going down to play against the Coyotes, but I remember coming out of the hotel and just going, oh, it's so hot here. Like it's too hot to play hockey right now. I didn't know how these guys focus.
Hey, don't worry. NHL will be back in Arizona soon enough.
Oh, right. That's right.
36 teams. It's what the NHL needs and wants. We need to get as many teams in this league as possible. That's it for the first hour of EST Afternoons on this Monday. Reminder coming up at 3 o'clock. It is the Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne until 6 o'clock. Zach will be alongside for that show as well, as he always is. He's Joaquin Gage. I'm Matt and Iwanyk. This is EST Afternoons. On the other side, we'll get to the Screw It, Let's Do It for Play Alberta. Got a little bit of an Olympic play and a reason behind it for you. And then coming up at 2:20-ish, Benny Thomson will be by, and then we'll wrap things up later in the show. That's all to come in the second hour of EST Afternoons right here on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton Sports.
The Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne.
There are claims that athletes have injected acid into their penises, which allows them to have a slightly larger ski suit, which can generate a small amount of extra lift. All I put into Google was acid penis. So you can do it at work. You're not going to risk getting anything you shouldn't. It's like another one of Godzilla's powers. Fire breath and acid penis.
The Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne, weekday afternoon 3 to 6, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
The road to the FIFA World Cup runs through Edmonton. See Canada Soccer's men's national team before they take on the world this summer. Canada versus Uzbekistan. June 1st, 7 p.m., Commonwealth Stadium. Tickets at Ticketmaster.ca.
You already know where you should go to watch the big game. Where else but River Cree Resort and Casino? Come out to the venue for the massive football watch party on February 8th. Doors open at 3:30 with kickoff at 4:30. Your $35 ticket includes reserved seating and an all-you-can-eat buffet. Or sit in a premium black leather throne of comfort with the VIP lounge package, just $70 a seat. Don't miss out on the football action. Buy your tickets now at rivercreeresort.com. Must be 18 plus.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new. Tons of options. And the good stuff like face-off fried pickles and steins of Bud Light. Monday to Saturday, 2 till 6 p.m. starting at $3.99. That's more than enough reason to come early. New happy hour at the Canadian Brewhouse. If you're serious about game day, we'll see you for happy hour.
Ice level at the Olympics. The Canadian women have a 4-0 lead over Czechia entering the second period. And meanwhile, after 40 minutes, Switzerland trails United States 2-0. Football news, Corey Mace of the Riders, Jason Moss of the Alouettes have been named finalists for the CFL Coach of the Year award. Moss won the award last year, with this year's winner to be announced March 25th in Edmonton. NBA action, the Bulls face the Heat. The Bucks take on the Magic, while the Thunder and Lakers tip off on a 10-game schedule. OKC on a 2-game slide, and the only team with 40 wins this season, while LA has won 3 straight and sits 5th in the West. College ball, North Alabama, Bama in Central Arkansas go at it. Xavier's at St. John's, while NC State and Louisville hit the deck. OHL action, it's Guelph in Niagara. Puck drop at 5 o'clock. The Ice Dogs are second in the Central behind the Colts, while the Storm are 4th in the Midwest. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. Hour 2 of EST Afternoon starts right now.
Back here on EST Afternoons. Portions of this hour of EST Afternoons are brought to you by the Canadian Brewhouse. Pizza Sundays back at the CBH after 4 p.m. Grab an 8-inch two-topping pizza for $9.99 and wash them down with $6.99 doubles or $1 off a Bud Light tankers. Joaquin Gage, Matt and Iwanyk, Zachary Kubish with you here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton Sports, presented by Play Alberta. Thank you to everyone listening across our audio streams as well as on YouTube or on podcasts. We're about 20 minutes away from Benny Thomson, our very own Benny Thomson. And so we'll take a little closer look at the Canadian men's Olympic hockey team. As they've been on the ice the last couple of days. They're getting set to get on the ice to start their tournament on Thursday when they will be taking on the Czechs. It's Czechs, it's Switzerland, it's France for their 3-round robin games. And then we get going for the medal round next week for all of that stuff. Sunday. How many people are going to be excited on Sunday when it's a nice 110 face-off against Switzerland or something like that?
That's great.
Doesn't that sound nice? And right now, the forecast-wise,
it's a little chilly Saturday, I think.
I have the wrong website now.
Were you?
Saturday's -2. Sunday's -3. That's it.
No, that's fine.
You might have a couple of those patios that have those heaters. You might be able to enclose ones. You maybe even sit on the patio and watch Canada play Switzerland.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah, I might have to look into that. Were you asking me what sports I've been watching? Or was that Jay?
No, I asked you if you've been watching the Olympics.
Oh, okay.
Which kind of
I omitted. I was watching some figure skating too on over
the team's
weekend.
competition.
Yeah, that's
Me
fun.
too.
Even my wife likes that. She obviously it's a new thing, but it came down. I believe the Americans won, and then the Japanese won silver.
And it came down to that last men's dance.
Yeah,
or men's skate.
yeah. But the guy, the Japanese, he goes up against, is it Ilya something? I mean, it's so funny. They're all Russian. Anyways. And, but they call him the quad god because he's landing all these quads. It's just, it's crazy how high this guy jumps.
It's crazy that they just spin in the air,
4
land
times.
perfect, and then jump immediately and do it again.
Yeah,
I love they added the live scoreboard too.
Oh, the nice thing that, because it gives you the base score and knows what, it's kind of, it's really cool that way.
Honestly, a couple of things for the Olympics. The scoreboard for the figure skating has been better, and the little drone shots
I know
that they've been adding has been fantastic.
At first, I was upset because I was watching some downhill skiing, and I was like, "What is that noise? Like, is something wrong with my TV?" Then I realized it was the drone, like buzzing.
It was there for the luge.
Yeah. Is that on the ice? Is it like a car?
No, it's above. It's just the drone, and it's just
in
flying.
the luge.
Yeah, it was just flying.
Really?
It wouldn't go the whole track. I was sad. It was like a certain spot you knew, so it must have flew back. They didn't want it to go the whole way. But it was such a cool angle. Here's the could you bring that to hockey for power plays?
Should.
Could we have a drone that's going from blue line towards the goal to see that angle of the power play sometimes?
I don't think it even has to be a drone. It could just be like what the NFL.
Skycam type stuff.
Just
I don't know.
Cool.
It's been done a few times, but not enough. But even if it's just you're dealing with technology, can we not just get drones?
I love when they show the cam on the back of the glass during the power play to give you the goal, like eye in the sky above the goalie, that view of the power play. I think it's way more enjoyable to watch because then from the side you can kind of see it, but you can't really get a good read on the far side. I love that angle. I think it's really cool.
And that's what I'd love it from the quarterbacking
from
position.
the top, because
from the blue line in. I think that would look so cool.
Because most teams just go like that, that 2-2-1 kind of setup. So you'd be like hovering over Bush, which would be really neat.
Be neat.
Yeah.
What are you going to say, Coop?
Oh, I could just imagine though, like if there was a drone there at the blue line, say the defensive team got possession, what if it hit the drone? You know what I mean? Like if they,
but it's higher up. Like
it'd be like way.
You're not going to be at head level.
Buzzing right above Bouchard's ear.
Want that above. Like it's always because you're going to want like a downward shot of it.
That's why a cable just straight across.
But that's why, like, I'm even thinking like those that could be expensive to install.
Yeah,
a drone should be simple, and I wonder if they're going to do anything IOC wise because all these shots. Some people were thinking it was NBC. It's the IOC has brought these drones in, and it'll be fascinating to see if they do anything with that. Based off what I've seen from Women's Hockey, it's a no. But I would love if they could add that.
Drone you can do so much. Like you don't always need it in the same spot. If you set up that one cable, that's all you got. You just bring it everywhere. But I mean, I wonder if the noise noise factor plays into that at all.
Deal with it.
Figure it out. You're buzzing.
Then your fans should be louder.
Well, there's that part too. If a little buzzing's gonna mess with you as a hockey player, deal with it. If it's gonna give fans a better way to watch this product, I'll say that right off the bat.
Those are always the best shots. So, they had for the Boston Bruins, they had. I don't know if those are Hall of Fame inductees or something like that, but they had a big event. It was last year, and they did a whole drone sequence for it. Like, it's wonderful to see how skillful some of the people operating those cameras are.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh, man. Like, they have so many cameras, static cameras on the game at all times.
Like this Hockey Night in Canada shots on set, like for this from Edmonton and stuff. I saw the guy that came and parked and sent the drone up to do it. It's pretty cool, man. I love those things.
More drones.
More drones.
Broadcasting. And here's the great part. It requires a human to deal with it.
Yeah.
So it's not even taking away jobs. You're just operating like any other camera.
Yeah. Do you have a drone?
No.
I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
What do you do
it's
with
fun.
It?
We can get so many great shots in the studio here.
Well, no, it's too big for here. It's outside.
Yeah.
But it's like I hook it to my phone and I just can watch it and zing around the park and stuff. It's kind of fun to do.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not that
sweet,
expensive.
actually. Yeah.
How much can I get one on Amazon for? Let's go 4K drone.
Oh, it'd be
With
a few
camera.
$100.
Yeah, $206 for one of them. That's nothing.
I mean, some of the ones
one,
I'd
it's-
imagine IOC is using. Whew.
Yeah, they ain't just going on Amazon, Zach, and typing in
I know.
drones. Here, one 136. Look how cool this one would be.
There's some like they're so advanced. I think you actually need a pilot's license.
Well, there is a set level of if you're going to fly it in Edmonton at certain levels, like you will need to get approval for that. I do also know like CTV had a drone. I don't know if they still use it, but they need specific licensing for certain things like that. I think Trev has a drone too.
What?
I thought he did.
He might. Well, what about like the white rabbits, they call them? Like they have the people who go on the... I mean, they do that for World Juniors where they just give someone a camera and they sit in the box.
And he just comes out skating around.
Yeah, anything you can add there. They should almost do that for, I guess it'd be more dangerous than just putting a drone. But for the big air event, like how you're talking about, like, is there something wrong with my TV? Just have somebody track them, but that'd be harder.
Like a drone at the big air?
Mm-hmm.
I think they might be. I'll have to go look. Canada's up 5-0 against the Czechs at women's hockey. Let's get to plus screw it. Let's do it for Play Alberta. Inside the numbers. Download the app. Visit them at playalberta.ca. Jay's got his play of the day is up there. The early bird bet is up there at EST Specials. By the way, Eric and I hit on Bad Bunny No Hat. Mm-hmm. We hit on the Gatorade color, yellow, lime, green. We nailed on that one. Dusty and I hit on, these are from the Super Bowl plays of the day that we built. We built like 8 of them, I think. We hit on jersey number totals for all the touchdown scores being under 123.5. And would there be any 2-point conversion attempts? We hit on that one. So we had a couple of nice ones right now on EST Specials. Jay's got his play of the day that he could talk more about on his show. So you'll have to either go to Play Alberta to find it or listen to Reed and Jay coming up from 3 until 6 here on EST. Early bird bet, Pelicans, Bulls, Warriors, all to win in the NBA. That's plus 215. And then that EST Canada, Go Canada Gold one that I built last Friday. Howden Ski Cross win, Kingsbury Moguls win, John Donjin I'm going to have a tough time with that one. Speed track, speed skating, 1,500 to win. Canada 5K relay, short track win. And then women's curling to win. And then Canada's men to win their group in hockey. That's plus 3,000. There's a lot there. You'll understand it better at special bets. I've got another parlay built. Do you have something to say?
Oh, when you and Eric at the Super Bowl party at Century Casino, it was great because the second we saw the Gatorade being mixed, like you guys locked eyes from across the, like it was like, yeah, we did that. There were some good hits. So
it's just sweet. Yeah. It's small little things. We got some of them done. I know for some other people, like with the way that game played out, it didn't help for game plays. But for some of those things, Eric and I had a very good night when it came to that. I know
Benny came in pretty happy today too.
What was he happy about?
Well, I guess
he'll
I could
be
ask
in.
him. Yeah, he'll be in just about 11 minutes here. But yeah, maybe the Bad Bunny bets. Pretty good.
I don't know how many people remember Charles Hamlin, speed skater for Canada back in the day, 2010. He's now a coach. He's, quote, this is one of the things that I'm going to say. He's probably, in his young career on the world circuit, the best skater in Canada ever. That is Charles Hamlin speaking about William Donjanu, who is a Canadian a short track speed skater. Short track speed skater. I think I got that right. And I built a little William Donjanu parlay. So Charles Hamlin thinks that because he's in 5 events, he thinks he can win a medal in all 5.
Really?
So now I've also pulled up some stats of William Donjanu. At the World Championships in 2024 out in Rotterdam, he won gold at the 100 meter. In 2025, he won the silver in the 100 meter. Okay. He won in the 2025 Beijing World Championships the gold in 1500 meter. He won the gold in the 5,000 meter relay. He also won the gold in the 2,000 meter mixed relay. He is taking part in the 500, the 1,000, the 1,500 meter events, along with the men's and mixed relays for short track skating that starts tomorrow. I can't find right now. Maybe I'll take a quick look here if I can find the mixed. But here's what I have. Okay. And I'm going to get this thrown up, I think, over at Play Alberta for the Screw It, Let's Do It parlay. It's completely based off of William Donjanu, who is a young Canadian who we will be talking about, I think, over the course of the next few weeks. 1,500 meter gold winner. He's the favorite at minus 105.
Okay.
top 3 in the 500 meter. Top 3 in the 1,000 meter. So once again, at the World Championships, he won gold and has won a silver in the last 2 years at the 1,000 meter, and he won gold in the 1,500 meter. I also then have that relay team, the Canada relay team, thrown that one in there. I don't have the mixed, I don't think. But right there, if William Dongenou wins gold in the 1,500 meter, as well as part of the Canada win for the 5,000 meter, and then just finishes top 3 in the 500 meter and the 1,000 meter, that's plus 405 before a play, Albert.
Holy smokes.
It's the screw.
That's good.
It's the screw it, let's do it. William Dongenou play.
I like it. Thanks, Matty.
Going for 4 of the 5 golds. I don't want to get fully greedy. Also, I couldn't find the other one initially. That's why I couldn't get too greedy on that one. We need 2 golds from William. We need 2 top 3, which based off the way he's performed, based on what a lot of expectations are. Look, Charles Hamlin says he could go win 5 medals. I'm taking one away and saying we just need 4 medals.
Nice.
2 being golds. How do we like that one, boys? It's also just a way to cheer for Canada.
Yeah, no, I love it.
Well, anything that makes it like that's a pretty decent number, and like to have that much praise from
Charles Hamlin.
Charles Hamlin. That's a good bet. I might have to slide on that one myself.
The first event goes on February 12th. Then it's Feb 14, Feb 18, and Feb 20. So this bet will stay up for a few days. I will ask them to do that. It's going to get boosted a little over the plus 400 mark. And maybe by the time I send this in after the show to Play Alberta, I'll find the other one and maybe I'll have to throw that in there. You never know. I don't think I will. I don't want to get too greedy. But if this guy goes and takes 5 medals, like I just want to, if I found it, I would do a top 3, but I don't see that one. So I'm not going to likely throw that one in there. But he might be one of the biggest names that we're talking about once this Olympics is over. So when Jay asked me about the 8.5 golds for Canada, I was like, no, he still has to hit. We haven't gone to speed skating. That's where we're going to win some. We're going to win gold medals, hopefully, in freestyle skiing, which is like the moguls and the ski board and the snowboard crosses. Those still haven't come. We've got hockey, hopefully won some medals, and then still curling, even though the mixed doubles had a tough end to their time. So there's a lot of medals to still be had on the table for Team Canada.
Is that Jake Paul's girlfriend?
Yeah.
Yuta Leerdam? That's her, right?
Yeah, she set an Olympic record.
Yeah, she just
win gold.
So gold in the 1,000 meters.
We're watching it here in the Hangout today.
Were you?
Yeah.
That's
he was
impressive.
there.
Was he?
Yeah. But imagine that. Like it must be something to win a gold, but also do it with an Olympic or a world record.
Yeah.
That much just adds something extra to it.
Oh, gosh, yeah. Because they know those records, right?
And what a way to compete. Like, there's a lot of pressure that you're feeling trying to win gold. And to pull out the performance that also gets you a record.
But why isn't there more hockey players coming from the Netherlands? They're speed skaters. They've dominated speed skating.
Different blades, baby. Different blades.
I don't get it.
What do they have for hockey?
Yeah, who's the top player from the Netherlands?
They
have a national field hockey team. I want ice hockey.
A good friend of mine played in the league in Amsterdam.
They have a league?
Yeah.
They're currently ranked 24th in the IHF World Rankings. They compete in the World Championship Division 2. How did they do in the most recent one? They won the 2025, maybe. Is that how this played out?
Yeah, I was shocked. I think there's 3 professional leagues in the Netherlands.
They were the hosts, and it looks like they moved on. Do they have any? Can you think of a single hockey player in the NHL from Netherlands?
No.
There's
been a coach, though, right?
NHL player.
Who was the coach
from the Netherlands?
Once you say the name.
I think Norway. Yeah, that's Zibanejad. He's Norwegian, right?
No.
Yes, there have been NHL players born in the Netherlands. Most prominent, Daniel Sprong was born in Amsterdam in 97.
Oh, seriously?
He moved to Canada in 05 to pursue his hockey career, but he was born. So what year was he born, though?
So he's actually...
Oh, I was thinking Zuccarello.
He was born in 97, and Sprong moved to Canada in 05. So, yeah, he's there for a bit. So they noticed that there was something there and brought him over to Canada.
What do you call people from the Netherlands?
Dutch.
Dutch? Nederlanders?
I think they're the Dutch.
I know.
Which I learned something. It's just I can't remember. I'm not even going to go in there.
It's a very scratchy language. My wife's best friend's Dutch. She's it's kind of Germanish, but it's very it's interesting to hear. Well, Verstappen's Dutch, isn't he?
Yeah.
So you can hear it in his voice a little bit.
There's they're focused on trying to win on a World Cup soccer. They can't just get over the top.
I remember the when I was playing, and they were one of the top teams. Like they had probably 4 guys on all the top teams across Europe, and then they'd get together and they'd fizzle out. It was crazy. What was his name? Van Nistelrooy.
At the Olympics, the Canadian women's ice hockey team has a 5-0 lead over Czechia in the second period of play. Meanwhile, entering the third period, Switzerland trails the United States 2-0. In football news, Corey Mace of the Riders and Jason Moss of the Alouettes have been named finalists for the CFL's Coach of the Year award. Moss won the award last year, with the winner being announced March 25th in Edmonton. In NBA action, the Bulls and Heat tip off. The Bucks take on the Magic, while the Thunder and Lakers clash on a 10-game slate. OKC on a 2-game slide, the only team with 40 wins, while LA has won 3 straight and sits 5th in the West. College ball, North Alabama and Central Arkansas go at it. Xavier's at St. John's, while NC State and Louisville hit the deck. In OHL play, Guelph visits Niagara with puck drop at 5 o'clock. Ben Thompson checks in next here on EST Afternoons. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
Cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value, around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
Sentinel Storage presents Team Canada snowboarder Mark McMorris.
Thank you for your continued support, Canada. It's an honor to represent our country. Keep cheering loud, Canada. We feel it. Thank you, Sentinel Storage, official storage partner of Team Canada.
Edmonton, be part of history. Support Canada Soccer's men's national team as they battle Uzbekistan in the final send-off series ahead of the FIFA World Cup. Monday, June 1st at 7 p.m. at Commonwealth Stadium. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.ca.
You already know where you should go to watch the big game. Where else but River Cree Resort and Casino? Come out to the venue for the massive football watch party on February 8th. Doors open at 3:30 with kickoff at 4:30. Your $35 ticket includes reserved seating and an all-you-can-eat buffet. Or sit in a premium black leather throne of comfort with the VIP lounge package, just $70 a seat. Don't miss out on the football action. Buy your tickets now at rivercreeresort.com. Must be 18 plus.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense. Return on EST Afternoons. You can get in touch with us, 780-218-9999. That is the River Cree Inbox Tap 25 Restaurant, $18.99 prime rib special. Available 7 days a week from 11:30 a.m. till 11 p.m. Available for dine-in and takeout, but not available on show nights. Matty and Iwanyk, Joaquin Gage, Zachary Kubish with you here. Benny Thomson of Edmonton Sports Talk, Hello Hockey, GCLT's Ulster and pre- and post-game shows. He's joining us here on EST Afternoons, which we believe is your second appearance on EST Afternoons.
With you, yes.
Have you been on?
Hernan brought me on one time my practicum, and I think one time after my practicum.
Was Gager here?
Yes.
There was?
Maybe,
You must have not been any good because I can't remember.
I remember the practicum one. You were there for that, but...
Were you nervous?
No.
Is that why you remember?
No, I remember my appearances. I don't know. I'm a regular on reads every Friday, but yeah, I've made... I think under a handful on EST Afternoons. Close, though.
Yeah, if you'd wake up in time, maybe you could come on the show.
Yeah, I wake up... Well, no, I'm around.
What time did you wake up today?
Today, I usually set an alarm because I'm scared. I'm scared.
What time's your alarm set for,
Well, I usually set it at like 10:30. but today, I naturally woke up at 11.
That's not bad.
I went to bed at like 1:30 last night.
That's not bad either.
Yeah, I've been sleeping good. I've been sleeping real good. It's been great.
Got to get your 12 hours.
If you get that 11 and a half, it's a
yeah.
I'm a little sluggish.
I had a coffee on my way in. That's why. I needed to wake up a little bit.
I got that.
Coop, on a weekend, what time would you wake up?
Whenever my body tells me. I don't know. I could sleep in until like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, I've done that a couple times.
I don't know if I did that
and
into
the whole
my
day's
20s.
gone already.
I remember doing that as teens and stuff, but I don't know if I did that into my 20s.
Does mom still come in and leave you a bowl of Cheerios? No?
No, come on.
Make sure I'm alive.
She gave up on me. Yeah, she just lets me be. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I've all over the place, especially with radio. Sometimes you're filling in the mornings and wake up at 4:30, and then when I don't have that schedule, I like to sleep in a little bit. If I have the the ability to do it, I will do it.
You and Hernan will be doing the mornings.
I know in a bit here, hey?
6 shows.
How much is Hernan going to be bitching? Oh my gosh.
Well, being tired?
Oh, yeah.
Because he did it with Eric.
Did he?
The one show a while ago. I thought he enjoyed it. Oh, I'm fascinated.
But it's a week, right?
It's 6 days. So it'll be the full week and then one day, the Monday after.
Like
it'll be good Monday, Tuesday.
The Monday, Tuesdays are fine. It's when as soon as you get near the end of that weekend or a week, you're fighting it a little bit.
Yes, but see, for me, like I'd say when 9 o'clock rolls around, like it's like a school bell, thinking I can go up and get in bed and I don't have to feel bad about it anymore.
True,
like
that's true.
And I'm in bed, probably asleep by 10:30 most nights. Right, that's the latest. Hernan, he talks, I just start my first movie at that point.
Yeah.
So if he's he's going to have the toughest time.
There are a couple of Oiler games that week later on, which will be a little tough. They are late games. But you guys might have to just catch the highlights the morning of.
Yeah, I'll roll in here and watch the third.
Benny, Zach said you won. Well, we talked about it off air too, though. But what was the big win with Bad Bunny?
Bad Bunny not wearing a hat. Threw my free bet on it. Turned 50 into 200. Thank you very much. I was really worried that if he were to throw on a hat during his performance, that it wouldn't count. So I was very stressed out for what I think it was 13 and a half minutes of his performance, and I was at a friend's place, and I don't know, there's 15 of us there, and they're all kind of rooting against me.
Why were they rooting against you?
My friends are haters, man. Like they don't want to see me win. So they were cheering against me, but I ended up winning and getting to celebrate. And then I placed 6 bets total in the game, and I won 5 of them. So
no way.
Yeah, I was red hot yesterday.
Good for you, because I know with quite a bit of people at Century, they were based on how the way that was going, things were not going the greatest for everyone.
I didn't bet any overs or like yards for a receiver or anything. Even though if you went Kenneth Walker, you would have liked your his performance yesterday. But I only lost on the jersey numbers combined.
Under?
Yeah.
But it hit under.
I thought it went over.
Oh, what if it hit under? I'm pretty sure.
No, because Barner
It was 123.5.
Yes, it was.
How many touchdowns were there?
There was
3.
Three, because one of them was, there was 4, weren't there? A defensive touchdown?
Oh, yeah.
There's a defensive
There was that
touchdown.
late defensive touchdown. I completely forgot about that one.
No, it was a number 7 for
Okay,
Seattle.
That then hurts.
Yeah. And then it was 88 for Seattle, and there was 35 for Patriots. He got the touchdown for them. I'm pretty sure it was just over, barely.
So what kind of donuts did you bring in with all your winnings today?
Man, I'll lose all this within 5 days probably.
So you're just like Coob, hey? Just
yeah.
me. I win.
You're asking for him to spend on us?
Yeah.
I just think that, you go in and you have a windfall of something like Young Ben. Coob won $600 and he was like, yeah, it's all.
But that was a parlay you guys all built together. Yeah. And Hernan created the standard after the first one. I'm going to go buy you something. So it was like.
That's your guys' thing,
Yeah, it's more on me. Yeah.
But you sitting there with.
Jumped on what was up on EST
If that's the case,
specials.
man, if that's the case, I can tell you right now, Jason Millen will be bringing in donuts every day. That guy wins. So
Yeah, but he brings stuff in.
Yeah,
Here
I do too. I can bring coffees in sometimes.
Sometimes?
Yeah,
every so often.
We're supposed to share one?
A medium, all on large. Yeah.
Hey, can I have a shot of that, Benny?
Duck Dad, I see you in the nasty chat or in the inbox. I'll send that after the show today. I don't have access to respond to you right now. Benny. Well, here's the lines for Canada, by the way, everyone, at the Olympics from yesterday. Because you close practice today?
Yeah.
John Cooper, close practice. McDavid in between Celebrini and Wilson. McKinnon in between Marchand and Suzuki. Crosby in between Stone and Marner. Horvat between Hagel and Reinhart. Jarvis and Bennett were the extra skaters. Taze, Makar, Morrissey, Parayko, Harley, Doughty were the main 6. And then the fourth pairing, D, would be Theodore and Sanheim. Your guys' initial thoughts, Benny, I'm starting with you on those lines.
That top line of Celebrini, McDavid, Wilson, that's the exact line I would have built. If you're not going to bring Zach Hyman, you got to give some type of, Hyman-esque player with McDavid. And I think Tom Wilson, honestly, is probably a little bit better than Zach Hyman at it. So I'm a really big fan of that line. I'm surprised that they have Reinhart on the 4th. Just kind of with his stature, and he's a 50 goal scorer and all that. I'm surprised he's on the 4th, but
he was also second last on the team.
On scoring last year?
No, he's second last added to the team.
Oh,
right.
Yes,
he was a replacement for.
No, Reinhart was named before.
No,
I'm thinking Bennett.
You're thinking Bennett. Yeah, you're thinking Bennett.
I'm thinking the Sams. I'm confused with the Sams.
Yes.
He's right. I'm wrong.
But Reinhart, I'm surprised on the 4th, but I really like they're spreading out their offense. Like the 1, 2, 3 of McDavid, McKinnon, Crosby. Really big fan of that. I think they'll do well. And you give Crosby, Marner, and Stone who are good in their end. What's that?
Why are you a fan of that?
Well, because I think if you can match up against the States, you go McDavid against I don't know, Kachuk's line, and you can make your way down. To me, if you spread out the scoring that way and have other complementary pieces with them, I think it'll help them at the Olympics. They might change that up. I don't. Chris Knobloch's not coaching, so I like to think these lines probably stick for a little bit. But
shots fired.
I mean, come on,
shots
guy
fired.
juggles them. So
all coaches do it almost.
Not as much as him.
What do you make of these lines?
I mean, you're not really going wrong anywhere. I'm surprised Bennett's not in there anywhere.
Yeah.
Who would you? Okay, here's the question: who would you have as? Because it's IHF, so you could add one more forward and one more defenseman that kind of just sits on the bench during the game, where you could use them if you want. If you know, would you go Jarvis or Bennett?
Bennett, not a question.
Yeah, Bennett.
Would you go Theodore or Sanheim?
Theodore. I've said this. I don't know why Sanheim's on this team. I think they're a better defenseman than him.
Yeah, I'd go Theodore too.
And Theodore's got hurt in that first Four Nations game, but I think he's still looked at as a big piece for them. Bennett on the forward side can have a really big impact in little minutes, and that's what you kind of want from a guy like him. Out? Well, he can sit on the bench, right?
Well, you could have 13 forwards and 7 defensemen.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's from 14. PK Subban was famous for being on that bench and basically not playing for one game he drew in or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And that's why, I always felt back to just if Evan Bouchard was on this team as a backup for Cale Makar, if an injury would occur, he could just sit on the bench and you don't even need him. Like he could just go out there if you need. But it's also fascinating to see how teams deploy that. How much ice time do you give them? You need a little bit of ice time for those guys because if you need them, you don't want them to be too cold. But how do you mess with that? So that's the one thing about double IHF, which is so weird, is that there's that extra player on both forward and defense that could change some things.
Like if they had Boosh, I'd imagine they'd just probably start him in the ozone. They just give him a bunch of ozone starts, and that would just how you deploy him.
Yeah.
Like if for example, Makar was just out there and next pair up was going to be Parayko's pair with Morrissey. Maybe you swap out Parayko for Bouchard, but obviously not on the team, for good reason in some cases. But I'd keep Theodore because Theodore is also pretty good offensively too. So I'd use him.
What do you think of the Crosby line? Does that surprise you at all?
It's a good shutdown line. Marner, Crosby, Stone, all very good in their own end. I'd imagine that's probably who they're going to pair up against each team's highly skilled offensive line.
Who was McDavid with at Four Nations? Because I know Marner. Was it Stone too?
It was Stone for a little bit. They threw Point there a little bit. They tried everyone, man. And eventually it was Marner that ended up sending up McDavid for the OT winner, but they could not find McDavid wingers. And that's why I was always a big, advocate for bringing Hyman. You need a guy with chemistry to help McDavid out. They obviously don't go with him, but I think Celebrini and Wilson, two new guys on the team, play style wise, I think they fit well with him. But
did I see the power play units?
Yeah.
That's from the top one is still the same from Four Nations.
So power play units, this is Mark Masters, who does always such great work. Quarterback, Makar, flanks, McDavid, McKinnon, bumper, Reinhardt, down lows, Crosby. I've never seen power play units broken down that way either. It's always just the guys out there. You never broken down the QB, flanks, bumper, down low. Theodore on the second unit with Celebrini and Marner as the flanks, Horvat as the bumper, Stone net front. I love that Celebrini's getting.
Yeah,
they're putting him on a power play potentially PP2, and actually because it's Chris Knobloch and not the Oilers,
leading scorers.
You'll have both two power play units out there.
Yeah.
Do you have to?
Yeah, I think you do.
Yeah, depends how good the first one's clicking.
Tampa's got two. Right? Yeah, so it's not like it's.
Yeah.
Well, no, just the Celebrini part. Do you have to have him on that second unit? Just because of his age. That would be the one thing. Like he might be a top scorer right now in the NHL, but is the age a thing? And I think the experience is amazing.
Well, he played the first power play obviously in the World Championships last year with Sid, right? So it's not like he hasn't done it on the world stage. But I mean, he's going to be on part of this team for the next 20 years. So
get used to him. I think it's him being on power play too is a puck touches thing. Like on the top unit, you're expecting Connor and McKinnon to hold on that puck and distribute it from there. Celebrini probably doesn't get to touch it a whole lot if he's on the top unit, so they're giving him his own unit, which I think is smart. He's one of the best point getters right now in the NHL, so give him some talent, and he's got some good guys there too, guys that can capitalize on chances. So I like that second unit a lot, actually.
Okay, there's the roster discussions are done because look, there's no adding players, there's no all of that. Where's the strength of this Canada team? Where's the weakness of this Canada team in your guys' eyes?
Well, if they decide to ride Binnington, that could be a weakness. I think it's no secret that there's a lot of countries that have better goaltending than Canada. Like you go States, you can even go Sweden. Like I think even Philip Gustafsson is better than Binnington. You can go pretty sure the Czechs have Dostal, and Dostal's a pretty damn good goalie, young guy. But if Binnington plays like he did in pretty much that overtime in the Four Nations final, then the goaltending is an issue. But I could see if things go wrong, it's probably because of that goaltending. But that's how I see it.
Strength.
Yeah.
No, what's your strength?
Oh, strength. The top end talent. Yeah. No, there's no team that can match that. I was talking about it on Hello Hockey on Saturday about how even the 2014 and 2010 Olympics, like Crosby, 2014 he was best player. In 2010 he probably was still too. But how often has Canada had the two best players and the best defenseman no doubt in the tournament? Because there's Ovechkin in the years where Crosby was playing.
Yeah.
Taves is
It all
pretty
depends
good.
where you put Draisaitl in the conversation, because some will say he's the second best player in the world.
Some will too. Yep.
But arguably, Canada has 3 of the best top 4 players on the planet.
Yep.
I don't think there's a lot of players. Maybe Kucherov's the only other player that maybe you'd put in there in that who's at the top of the league. Or in of hockey.
Yep.
And they do have that. Gager, did you agree with those strengths, weakness, or do you have something different?
Well, you got to remember 2010, Crosby wasn't even the best player. He wasn't close to the best player on Canada.
Yeah.
He struggled, actually. They were like,
Defensively
when is he going to start scoring? Was what a lot of people were talking about.
Taves
But
had a good tournament.
Taves was, that was probably one of the greatest years of hockey because I think he won gold there. He was on the 4th line. He did everything. Like he was all over it. And then he goes and wins the Stanley Cup with the Conn Smythe that year. Like that was an incredible year. But in the NHL, they always say like you win through down the middle with your depth and strength. And I don't see another team. Although you look at the U.S., you still they're good. But when you have McDavid, McKinnon, Crosby, and Horvat down the pipe, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
I don't know if have we seen who's the second goalie?
Right now they have Thomson and Binnington in on here. So
because Binnington will get game 1 likely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then somebody will get the next game.
It'll be Thomson.
Yeah.
And then it goes back to Binnington likely or whoever. That's how they're going to have to decide.
I think they'll go with these two. How old's Binnington? 30?
I think he just turned 30.
And
we're looking at
Kemper's
that
like 35 though, right?
Yeah, he's a little.
So
but there is that third goalie that no one cares about. Like it's not no one cares. Like they will be in the press box and you're not hearing about them.
It'll be
32 by the way.
Yeah,
Binnington's 32. Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. I have no issues if something happens that Kemper comes out of the press box and goes in.
He ain't going in.
No.
You don't think so?
If whoever's in that press box, the only way they're seeing the ice is if the other 2 goalies get hurt or one goalie gets hurt, you're as the backup and the other goalie's playing so poor you're making a goalie change mid-game.
I mean, if they win 6-5 and Binnington's not letting in softies, I have time to moving him up to the press box and having Kemper there because you might as well at that point, right? Okay, you look at this guy's been struggling all year. We can't get into a position where Logan winning a game 2-1 and Binnington goes in there and you lose 3-2 because he can't hold the fort.
Oh, I got my days wrong for that.
Yeah, I mean it's
he's on a very short leash.
He should be, but I don't know if Cooper looks at it. I think Cooper has so much trust in him.
Bennington was his guy.
And he's already said he's his guy.
And there was a talk about him maybe even being pulled in that, and Cooper at the time was like, no, I'm not. The thing is too. And I got the dates mixed up. The patio day for the 1 o'clock is Friday, Gager.
Oh,
1 o'clock, and then the weather's.
We're doing the show from the patio.
We'll have to get the shows to the patio.
Does this extend out to? We'd have.
I got to figure that out.
We need the back.
I need to build out a patio back there somehow. So they play Thursday, Friday. So it's back to backs, 2 different goalies. Yeah. Then you play the French on Monday, which is an easy win.
Yeah.
And but whoever's playing that game is your goalie. And it's going to be Jordan Binnington. And once you get into the knockout, there's no more time to move goalies around, really.
No.
That the only if they're having to make a goalie change, Binnington will then just be the backup, and Logan Thomson will be the starter. If that's the case, whoever's in the press box isn't dressing for a single game, barring injury. We just don't see that generally.
All right,
I stand by that.
If Canada's in a gold medal game, I think it's Jordan Binnington that's starting. I would be shocked if it's not. And I understand like his numbers are so bad this year. And if I was coaching, I'd probably go Logan. I'd probably have Binnington in the press box.
The only way Binnington isn't the starter is if he gets lit up.
Yeah.
This Thursday.
And then Thomson comes in and goes nuts.
Shutout.
Yeah.
Huge shutout. But
Yes.
Canada wins 5-4 against the Czechs. And he lets in some soft goals.
Yeah.
And then Logan Thomson comes in and makes 25 save shutout. They might then choose to go with Logan Thomson the rest of the
Yeah. I just that could be something that happens. It's just Cooper, man. Like every interview I've seen and how he treated him, the 4 Nations, the whole deal. It's like I will be shocked if Cooper is going, yeah, you know what? He lost my trust.
I agree. Friday, 4 degrees is a high. 110.
Really?
Drop. Yeah.
What does France have?
That's against Switzerland.
I'm just.
Yeah. I am really hoping. Obviously, I hope Canada's going to make gold, but I will be in Arizona for the gold medal game. So I am.
What are you doing in Arizona?
We're gonna go watch ASU play Omaha. I have a buddy on Omaha, so we've been talking about wanting to go watch a game at Mullet Arena for however long, and they end up playing on spring break. So we're gonna go there for a couple days, and yeah, I will be there for the gold medal game, whatever. So that'll be early Sunday morning. And
what time's flight?
I think it's at 7 p.m. that night.
Okay, you're good.
So I don't think we're going to sleep Saturday. I think we're just gonna stay up the whole deal.
That's a tough one because maybe not. That game's 5 something. No, it's our time.
Yeah,
it's 6 something.
6 something in the morning.
Yeah,
we plan on being up late Saturday night, so
anyways.
it's like might as well ride it out. I'm also worried though, like I'd like to watch at like a restaurant or something, but like 6 a.m. 6 a.m. in the States. Hockey, I don't know.
I don't
if that's
think
gonna
Arizona's looking for the early liquor
I
license
know.
so that they can show that game in an establishment.
I know. We have to watch
Unless
for the hotel
maybe the
room.
Americans are in it. But then
that's kind of my only hope. Yeah.
Then do you want to go watch it with a bunch of Americans?
Exactly. We were debating about this yesterday. We're in enemy territory there.
Are you in a hotel or an Airbnb?
We're in a hotel. I know that's the tough part too.
It's fun.
I know. It's like and then we can't be like yelling and stuff because it's a hotel room. It's like yeah, I don't know. It's we'll figure it out while we're down there.
I hope you have to deal
play
with that
with?
because who does he play with?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know anything about the German team.
Stutzel. It'll be Stutzel and someone else. Don't you think?
I think they'll spread it out probably.
It's the Oilers.
Toby Reeder and Dominic Cahoon.
I was about to say, is Dominic Cahoon on the team?
I think he is. I think he might be.
That would make sense.
Yeah. I will say this. You split them up, but then that nuclear option's always there for the German coach.
How much we know the nuclear option.
How quickly into the first period does the nuclear option of Germany come out where Stutzel's with Leon
Throw
Draisaitl?
Cider on the right wing.
I gotta say the goalie gear for the German goalie looks tight. Like with the flag, it looks really good.
Benny, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me
as a guest. I appreciate it.
Good job, Benny.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Enjoy your winnings, I guess.
We'll talk with you tomorrow.
Yes.
Gager just brought in pizza, but that's whatever.
Yeah, go have a bite of my pizza.
I might.
That's Benny Thomson. He's Joaquin Gage. I'm Iwanyk. Zachary Kubish is with us here. When we come back, we'll wrap up EST afternoons. We'll tell you what's coming up on the Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne. And I found a little bit of sports trivia or sports history from today. We'll get to that as well here in Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton Sports.
Women's Olympic hockey, Canada has a 5-0 lead over Czechia at the end of the second. Meanwhile, early third period, Switzerland trails the United States 5-0. Football news, Corey Mace of the Riders and Jason Moss of the Alouettes have been named as finalists for the CFL Coach of the Year. Moss won the award last year with this year's winner to be announced March 25th in Edmonton. In NBA action, the Bulls face the Heat. The Cavs take on the Nuggets while the Thunder and Lakers tip off on a 10-game slate. OKC on a 2-game slide and the only team with 40 wins this year, while LA has won 3 straight and sits 5th in the West. College ball, North Alabama and Central Arkansas go at it. Xavier's at St. John's, while NC State and Louisville hit the deck. OHL action, it's Guelph in Niagara with puck drop at 5 o'clock. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated since 1993. They're more than just plywood. They offer everything from doors and flooring to decking, fencing, and custom millwork. Windsor Plywood Leduc. They're the experts you need to know. Final segment of EST Afternoons. After the break, I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
The road to the FIFA World Cup runs through Edmonton. See Canada Soccer's men's national team before they take on the world this summer. Canada versus Uzbekistan. June 1st, 7 p.m., Commonwealth Stadium. Tickets at Ticketmaster.ca.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new, tons of options, and the good stuff like our 8-inch 2-topping RCM pizza and our signature Caesar. Monday to Saturday, 2 till 6 p.m. starting at $3.99. That's more than enough reason to come early. New happy hour at the Canadian Brewhouse. If you're serious about game day, we'll see you for happy hour.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Back here on EST Afternoons, Matty and Joaquin Gage with you here alongside Zachary Kubish. Thanks everyone for tuning in here on Edmonton Sports Talk. We are live in the William Huff studio. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Unparalleled customer service combined with decades of industry experience and desire to make every job the very best it could be is what they call the William Huff advantage. Check them out, williamhuff.com. Coming up from 3 until 6, it is the Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne. Zach, what's coming up on the show today?
Got a great show today. Of course, the boys will recap all the Super Bowl festivities and go over the big prop bets that they laid on Friday's show as well. They get into the Olympic lineups too, and we got two guests for today. Jed Roberts, Double E alum, will be checking in during the final hour and in the middle portion of the show. Fox News senior NFL writer Armando Salguero will be joining us.
Oh, very nice.
Dr. John in the River Cree inbox, 780-218-9999, saying, don't get snatched up by ICE there in Arizona, Benny. Can you imagine if we all have to turn into Liam Neeson and go rescue Benny from a maximum security prison in El Salvador? Now that's a story.
Why is EST dark right now? Wow, they're all off to El Salvador to try to rescue Benny.
We all have a unique set of skills.
We're putting them together. They're in the planning stages right now, and then they'll be back when Benny comes back. This day in sports history. Last year, Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles beat the Kansas City Chiefs to win the Super Bowl. Wild, isn't that? There's not a lot of crazy stuff that's happened on this day in sports history. But I did find this part, which I found interesting. On this day in sports history, back in 1998, Ken Gifford Jr. and Mia Hamm both won ESPY awards.
Oh.
The ESPYs were done in February for a period of time, which I didn't know. Up until 2001, they took place. So it started in 93 in March, and then from 94 through 2001, it took place in February. And then starting in 2002, they realized, hey, no one's paying attention to, nothing is happening in the summer. Maybe we should move this to the summer to get more attention, and that's what they did. But Ken Griffey Jr. and Mia Hamm won ESPY awards on this day in sports history back in 1998. And you got Terry Norris knocks down Sugar Leonard twice and beats him to defend his WBC Sports
Terrible Terry Norris
title.
Oh yeah. Well, they probably thought because it's award season, right? You just had the Emmys,
that would make
the
sense.
Grammys, the Academy Awards, I believe, are next weekend. So, aren't they? I think maybe
early March.
Or yeah, in a couple
early
weekends.
March, I believe it is.
So yeah, they just
that
thought
would make a lot of sense then. And then realize no one cares about the sports awards as much as those other ones, that maybe we should do it in the summer.
Yeah. Oops.
It's no SDs, I can tell you that much.
No SDs. We have it in the summer.
We do technically.
It's summer.
It's still summer.
Yeah. It's usually a really nice
fall
day.
solstice does not happen until September 21st, whatever it is, and it's the week before that. So yes, but it's in September. We've never done it in the full summer. We're busy in the summer with some other things.
I hate this tease we're getting right now, man, because driving into the studio today, it felt like spring. Like
it's been feeling that way for a bit. Okay, but here's my and I got into this thing last year, but I'm not going to go fully into it. Okay, but here's the thing, Gager. We've got nice weather. Right now, the forecast, the coldest we get is next Sunday at -3 for a high, which isn't bad. I'm going to take a look at a 15-day forecast right now from one of Clausen's sites. So then we're going to get cold. Starting next Wednesday, we'll have a high of -10. We'll reach down to about highs of -20s as we close out the Olympics next week. But then the Olympics are going to wrap up. We're a week left. Then we're right into March. It's already March. And then really when March comes, even if there's a big snowfall, you know it's not around long.
Yeah.
You know it's going to melt pretty quickly.
You hope.
It's not going to be around for months.
Yeah, exactly. I know.
Even if it snows on March 1st, you know at least by April at some point, that snow is going to have been melted. Unlike when it snows in November, December, when we get those.
Yeah.
It's here to stay. It's here to stay.
You know what I did yesterday, though, Matty?
Do I want to know?
Yeah, no. This is you will like this. You will like this because there's a constant fight over the thermostat. It comes with age in my family. So my old subscription to my old security provider, I got rid of, and they took one of the things stopped working, which was my ability to program stuff. Or TELUS came in and put in their stuff, and it was crap. I couldn't stand it. The interface sucked. I didn't like it. So had them take all that back. But I lost the ability to use my programmable thermostat. So I went and got the Google one.
Oh, yeah?
But it was weird because I don't know what the last guy was doing, but I had to figure out the wiring in my furnace to get the C wire back up and stuff. And so I got it all plugged in and stuff. And now I can really manipulate and get the place exactly how I want. Goes down at night, comes up. I'm gone right now, so my house is cooled down.
I want the Google one too because you could get little thermostat sensors
everywhere else.
So you could put them everywhere, so it measures the whole place. It's not weird, so it can have a better idea of how things are going.
But my house isn't great. It's not insulated perfectly, so I'll keep it on the main level. But I'm thinking about doing that, maybe just in the upstairs. Like
just so it knows.
At the top of the stairs.
So it knows where that is. So then it can be like, okay, well, in the summer, if it's really hot, we're going to make sure we blast it. That's it for EST Afternoons for this Monday. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We greatly appreciate it. We've got Reed Wilkins Show with J Mill coming up until 6 o'clock on our audio streams tonight. We do have MCTV. We also have the Pipeline Show to come. Dusty, Eric, Trev will be back tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. to kick off another day of live programming right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. We'd like to thank Benny Thomson for jumping in on the show today, as well as Bryan DeArdo of CBS Sports to talk some National Football League Coupe. Excellent job on the other side of the camera. Gager, this was always fun. I believe Hernan will be back tomorrow. On behalf of Zach, Gager, I am Matt. Thanks for tuning in to EST Afternoons right here at Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton Sports, presented by Play Alberta. Reed Wilkins Show with Reed Wilkins and Jay Mill coming up in just a few minutes right here at Edmonton Sports Talk. Don't go anywhere.